your girl Blessing again. Today we're going to be talking on goal setting. So in the year 2019, I made a target to read 12 books in the year, apart from my school books, which it was obligatory to read. So I love reading inspirational books on mindset, understanding human beings better, how to relate better, how to be a better person, how to be more effective in communication and all of sorts. And also I also love to read a lot of spiritual books because I believe the spiritual aspect of our life is very important, and it's important to make a devotion to grow spiritually. So in one of the books that I listened to, it was actually an audiobook, and it was titled Virtual Festation. And it's all about seeing what you want come into reality before actually it starts happening. And this man talked about something called your morning power, which is literally a time you set out for yourself to introspect, to ask yourself questions on what you really want, and you see yourself doing the things you need to do to achieve whatever change you want in your life. And this book talked all about how he was able to virtual manifest all the things he desired in his life. And that book has actually been a blessing to my life, and I can attest to the things he talks about in that book because there were things which I already did in my life that I believe they actually work, because my belief is the things that happen, things that come into reality already exist. They already exist in a different realm, and it takes the ability of one to see it come to pass, and then it becomes a reality in this physical world which we are living in. So in this book, he talked about goal setting, and I'm going to talk to you about goal setting. What are goals? According to his definition, I would go through my write out, and he literally defined goals as, in the simplest form I've ever seen the definition, goals are dreams with deadlines. So for every goal you said, you're like, oh, I want to lose 50 kilos, I want to read 24 books in a year. That year has a deadline. So your goals have to have a deadline for them to actually be a goal. If not, it would just be a dream, a wish, something you want to happen but you don't know when. So goal setting, it has to have a deadline. You have to put a time frame to it to give it direction. So understanding what goal setting is, how do you make your goals become a reality? And for you to make your goals reality, he talked about creative visualization for manifestation. So actually, before you start working out your goals, before you start writing out your goals, for example, your goal is to read a book every month, you have to set out a plan. You have to write down the things, create a time for it, and then you start doing those things. But before you actually start doing that, you have to see it in the abstract world. You have to see yourself already doing those things before you actually start doing them, for it to become a reality. So when you start doing that, you see yourself doing it in your mind, and then you see yourself completing it. You see yourself feeling the emotions you would have felt as if you already have it. And then you start living it out. So it's not like it's something you want to achieve, but in your mind, you have already achieved it. And all you're just doing is making it a reality. So in the creative visualization for manifestation of your goals, he talked about meditation. Meditation is very important because meditation is all about chewing on a particular thought for a period of time. That's the best way I understand meditation. So let's say I want to meditate on having a car. So what do? I see myself with a car that I want, and people say it out loud to themselves, and you say, I have this car, I have this car, I have this car, I have this car, I have this car. And you can be very specific. I have this car by June 2020. I have this car by June 2020. Meditation is you keep chewing on that thought, and the more you speak or focus your attention on that particular thought, the more your energy is directed to that, and the universe starts seeing what you're saying. And it also affects you mentally, because your mind starts thinking in that direction, and you start working out towards that direction. So your energy and the energy which the universe sends work together, and by June you have what you want or you need. So for you to practice creative visualization, it's important you meditate. So your meditation should be for about 5 to 10 minutes. And in this period, you have to quiet your mind. You have to be calm. You have to calm yourself of everything that is a distraction. So whatever your goal is, you write it down. Let's say as I said earlier, you want a car by June. That is the goal, to get a car by June. And you should be very specific. What type of car? I want to have a BMW, and under you write the type of car or whatever it is that your goal is, and you set it at that particular time. And you quiet your mind. After you quiet your mind, quieting your mind is literally cutting out all the distractions. So in that period where you're trying to focus your attention on that car, maybe you remember your boss at work who keeps nagging you or who keeps smiling at you, not necessarily always a negative thing, but you have to send that thought away. You have to let that thought pass out. And then you keep focusing your mind, your energy, like you keep looking. Literally, the best way I can say, like, you're just looking at a particular place. You just look and look at the car. You see yourself. Like for me, what I do, I literally write the word in my mind. Like I literally see, I want a car. I want a car. And I keep focusing my attention on I want a car, and see the letters in my head. And that really helps me to focus my attention and energy on that thing. And after that, you get into the alpha state. And this is a state of relaxation where you are at peace. And the next thing is you sit up and you count down from 15 to 1. So you have been able to quiet your mind and cut out every distraction. You are in the alpha state where you are totally relaxed. Your mind is focused. You are relaxed. Your body, every part of you is relaxed, and you're focused on your goal. The next thing is you count down. So you go from you can mentally count, or you can count physically. You can like 15, 14, 13, 12. For me personally, I love to count in my head, and I'll just be, and I also love to close my eyes because it helps me to cut out physical distraction and just sends me into that world I want to be in at that moment. And after you've counted down to 1, the next thing that you're supposed to do is you see a light coming from the heavens entering to the earth. That means you see that thing, that car, that energy you're looking for. You look upward and you see it coming down to you. You see a light coming down to you, that car. You see that energy. You see the universe giving you what you're setting your intentions on. And you see yourself. The next step is you see yourself in your achieved dream. After you see the light and you see yourself receiving that car, the next thing is you have to see yourself in your achieved dream, not in the dream you want to achieve. No, you see yourself in the dream you have already achieved. You see yourself already with that car. You see yourself driving that car. You can see yourself with your friend, your mother, your family, your kids. You see yourself with the dream already achieved. And another thing is you generate good feelings about the achieved dream. So you imagine how you would feel about having that dream, and you see yourself feeling that way. You see yourself, maybe you get the car, you buy it, and then you call a friend like, oh Rosie, I've got my car. You just see yourself in that state with the happiness, the joy, the sense of satisfaction you have of achieving a dream. That's goal setting. Goal setting is the goal you have, the dream with a deadline, and you see yourself achieve it. And that's how we are able to achieve our goals. You set it out in the abstract world, and you see yourself with it already. And when you see yourself with it already, you leave it out. You start making plans, you write down strategies, and I tell you, challenges will surely come, things that would want to make that thing not to come to pass. But because you've already seen yourself with the joy you would feel of having that thing, the universe already has that registered, and you're going to keep sending the right vibrations. You're going to keep sending the right thoughts, the right words. When next you see a car the car you want, to be like, oh my God, that's my car. So your energy would just be positive towards that thing every time. And you see yourself saying the right things, because the words we speak have power, they are life. So you'll be giving life to that thing when you already see yourself achieved it. It's just a matter of it coming into reality. You're not trying to make it happen. It has already happened. And it's just going to come into the physical world. Ask everyone who have ever created something. Like, I always think the people who created an aeroplane, there was no aeroplane when they created an aeroplane. They first saw it in their mind. They saw it. They literally visualized it, saw people riding the car and everything, and then they started working towards it. And that's the way you're going to be able to achieve your goals. Thank you for your attention, for listening to me. So like this video, comment and subscribe and share these videos with your friends.